असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Dear friends, it's a great pleasure meeting you all. It is always a pleasure to speak to the enlightened audience of AMA. Now the topic today is a beautiful topic. Success in your hand. What does that mean? Success is in your hand. That means success is not in your palm. Whenever we go for the train, some people they get curious seeing that dress. Baba ji idhar आइए, जरा देखिए ना हाथ, पास होऊंगा कि फेल होऊंगा परीक्षा में। जब हम कहते नहीं भाई मैं तो हाथ देखना नहीं जानते, हाँ तो बाबा जी कैसे हुए? If you don't know how to see the palm, how did you become monk? So not only that, see हम लोग जानते नहीं, हम मानते भी नहीं, हाँ? आप भाग्य में नहीं मानते, बोल नहीं हम स्वामी विवेकानंद की टीचिंग में मानते हैं। बिकॉज स्वामी विवेकानंद सेड यू आर द क्रिएटर ऑफ योर ओन डेस्टिनी। तुम स्वयं अपने भाग्य के निर्माता हो। द डेस्टिनी इज इन योर पाम। यू कैन चेंज योर डेस्टिनी बाय योर एफर्ट्स, बाय बिकॉज ऑफ द फिलॉसफी ऑफ वेदांता विच सेज infinite power is within each and every one of you, and with that infinite power you can do anything. You can even, if some stars are coming on the way, you can even crush the stars you can crush the stars also. That power is there within each and every human being. Every human being has that potentiality. So that is the principle, that is the principle of Vedanta, which says there is a destiny. Not that we don't believe in destiny, but who created that destiny? Who created destiny? We ourselves have created our destiny. Whatever I am doing today, whatever I am getting today as destiny, that destiny was created by me, by my past actions. And that very thing proves that my future destiny will be decided by my present actions. So don't try to know the destiny. Try to change the destiny by your self-effort. That is the message of Vedanta. So success is in your hand. You don't have to go to an astrologer. Some people are wearing 10 rings. Even that is not sufficient to bring about that success. Success does not depend upon the number of rings you wear and how many types of rituals you are performing and trying to see your palm day and night. No. It depends upon your efforts. But there is something called destiny, but that destiny, again, is created by you and you alone. And by your efforts, you can change the destiny to a certain extent. Not to the fullest extent. But future destiny, of course, you can change. Why? Because if my present is built up by my past, my future will be built up by my present. So let us not try to bother much about what has happened is happened. Let the dead past bury its dead. But the future is bright. Why? Because I am going to work hard for the future. And even the destiny also can be cancelled. Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, Swami Vivekananda's master was Sri Ramakrishna, his wife was Sharda Devi. Sharda Devi used to say that if someone takes shelter under God, takes name of the Lord, the destiny herself wipes out whatever is written on the forehead. With her own hand she wipes out. But of course, if you are suppose you are going to die in an accident, you will not die, but you will get fracture. That much. It will be reduced. It cannot be completely eliminated. But it can be eliminated by the God's grace and by your prayers and by your self-effort. It can be reduced. Not only that, the future destiny is in your hand. So, this law of karma and theory of incarnation go together. So we have to remember that if my present destiny is made up of my past action, my future destiny will be decided by present action. And past may not be only my childhood, it may be my last birth also. Because sometimes we find that good people are suffering. So when they say, where is your law of karma? I say, You are seeing only the current account. What about the fixed account? Fixed deposit is there. Lot of fixed deposit. Somebody is there. Somebody is having that fixed deposit. It will also get gradually depleted. And then you will find the situation is changing. Similarly, you might have done a lot of good work, but that is there in the fixed deposit. Current account, it is less. So at present you are suffering. But you have got a lot of FD. That will come. When it will get mature, you will get a lot of money. So, law of karma is supreme in the mental world, just as law of gravitation is supreme in the physical world. Some people say, we don't believe in the law of karma. Then I say, whether you believe it or not, the law of karma will act. Because there are lighthouse principle. You must have read that book, Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He gives an example. There is a ship going and there is a light outside. So, the captain is told maybe a ship is coming. So the captain gives a signal on wireless. Please move your ship by 20 degrees, otherwise it will collide. And the message comes from the other side. You please move your ship. Now the captain gets very much angry. I am the captain of the ship commanding you to move your ship. Who is at the other end? And their reply comes, Sir, I am a humble operator of the lighthouse. If you don't want to change the direction, okay, you get collided. I don't mind. Lighthouse principle. If you don't believe the lighthouse principle, they are not going to oblige you. The reality is not going to oblige you. You will be destroyed. Whether you believe it or not, that law will act. Go to the top floor of a multi-story building in Ahmedabad. Declare, I don't believe in the law of gravitation, and jump. What happens? Next day your photograph will be in the newspaper. This person did not believe in the law of gravitation, and yet the law of gravitation worked and died on the spot. So whether you believe it or not, the law of karma will act. Similarly, the law of gravitation will work. Similarly, whether you believe it or not, the law of karma will act. As you sow, so you reap. If you plant a mango tree, you will get mango. If you plant a tamarind tree, you will get tamarind. Sometimes you feel that I am getting tamarind. Sometimes you feel. They say, the boys, when I go to the school, they say, oh, you are telling law of karma. Where is the law of karma? Because we planted mango and we are getting tamarind. When did you plant tamarind? When did you plant the mangoes? Yesterday. So tamarind that you are getting is not the tree you planted yesterday. 10 years back, you yourself had planted tamarind. That you are getting now. And the mango tree that you have planted, you will get mangoes, not now, after 10 years. Similarly, sometimes we feel, I have done a good action. I am not getting the result. But this is the result not of yesterday's action. It's 10 years back. We have to see the whole time span. So, law of karma is supreme in the mental world, just as law of gravitation is supreme in the physical world. Whether you believe it or not, it acts. So as you sow, so you reap. It may happen sometimes you feel that good people are suffering and bad people are enjoying, but that is for a short time. Short time. Today or tomorrow, the law of karma will act. And they will end up, those who are doing corruption today, tomorrow they will be ending up in Tihar jail. It's a matter of time. Some time, that's all. So, now if you want success in your hand, you need not go to an astrologer and find out what is your destiny and whether you will get success or not. Rather than spoiling time for knowing your destiny, try to change your destiny by your self-effort. So success, now very easy, because the time is short, I'll give just a success formula. What is the success formula? Just remember the spelling of success. What is the success spelling? S-U-C-C-E-S-S. Everybody knows. That's all. Finish. If you remember the spelling of success, you get success. But you have to act on that. What is that? Number one, S. S means self-effort. S means self-effort. You have to exert. And exert means hard work. Not only hard work, smart work. And you know the story of this tortoise, and this one is an old one, and so slow and steady wins the race. But there is a revised version now. Because Alvin Toffler says, previously it was survival of the fittest. But Alvin Toffler says, no, survival of the fastest, because the world is moving at fast speed. So not only the slow and steady, but fast and steady will win the race. So you have to be very smart, you have to be very hard-working, at the same time smart working, but you have to have self-effort, proper self-effort, in the proper direction, and in the proper way, and in the spirit of confidence. So now, along with that, self-reliance you have to remember. Self-effort and self-reliance both go together. Self-reliance is not depending upon others. Apna hat Jagannath. Don't depend upon others. Try to do small work. Whatever you can do, don't depend upon others. I am not going against the law of delegation. In a big company, you have to delegate the work. That is a part. For time management also, I had told the other day, in AME only, that you have to delegate, but delegate properly, to the right person, in the right way, with the right training, with the right empowerment. That's a different thing. But here I am talking about is that whatever small works, whatever we can do, let us try to do ourselves. Let us be self-reliant as much as possible. That gives confidence and that gives success, rather than depending upon others. So self-reliance and self-effort go together. Without waiting, कि क्या होगा, भाग्य में होगा तो होगा. No. The farmer says, if rain comes, it's okay. But another farmer says, rain doesn't come, doesn't matter. I will recharge my well with the west water and I will go for agriculture. Maybe it may be 50%, but I will not depend upon rain. If it comes, well and good. If it doesn't come, I will not depend upon rain. I will not depend upon destiny. I will not depend upon the luck and all that. No. I will go and have recharging of my bore well by conserving the west water. That is how success in your hand comes. Not success in your palm. Success in your hand. That means self-effort, self-reliance. Then comes you, unselfishness. Swami Vivekananda says, unselfishness is more paying. Unfortunately, people do not have the passions to practice it. Unselfishness. You will always find when you go for an unselfish action, success comes quickly. Even when you pray, if you make it a little more unselfish, then your prayers are heard. Any action that you do, if you mix unselfishness, the more selfish the prayer, the late it is received, the replied. The more unselfish the prayer, the earlier it is being granted. Not only prayer, any work that you do, ultimately, unselfishness is more paying on the long run. The law of giving, the more you give, the more comes back to you. One person came to a father, Christian father. Father, I am very, very much disturbed. I am not getting any job, unemployed, and this is too much. So, I am in trouble. You pray. I am praying, but the prayer is not working. Okay, you make the prayer more unselfish. Then it will act. How? That is, you tell God that, oh God, if I get a job, 10% of that money I will go for charity, I will give for charity. That makes it a little more unselfish prayer. So, make it unselfish, it will be answered. Now he started the prayer, God, give me a job. Simultaneously he said, and if you give me a job, 10% of my salary I give for charity. And he got a job. And he got, first week, he got $100. And immediately came to the church and $10 he gave. Next week he got $200, he gave $20. $1,000, he gave $100. Then it became $10,000 and he has to give $1,000. Father, this is too much. $1,000 charity, it is unthinkable for me. can we not have some reduction? Then you see, you cannot take back the words from God. You have told 10%, you have to give 10%. But another thing you can do, you can tell God to reduce your salary so that it is affordable charity. But anyway, jokes apart, this unselfishness is more paying in the long run. So whether it is prayer, whether any effort, unselfishness, when it is put, that Swami Vivekananda wrote a very inspiring, one of the most inspiring letters that Swami Vivekananda wrote was to his disciple, Maharaja of Mysore. My dear prince, this life is short. The vanities of this world are transient. In this short life, they alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. They alone live who live for others. If you want success, for what? Success for what? Committing suicide? Ending up in a mental hospital? Many people, they have got success. They thought once we get money, it's over. They thought success in terms of money. They thought success in terms of business. They thought success in terms of name and fame. All came, ultimately ending up in suicide or mental hospital. So many cases. Apple, such a big case. And then Steve Jobs says, I have lost my game. I did not understand what is real success. And now I am repenting, but now there is no time for repenting also. My days are over. But I gave very wrong values, wrong values to the wrong things. I should have given more value to happiness, contentment, rather than giving more value to business and money. And now it's no use repenting. So many people. So that is why that unselfishness, that gives you not only more returns, but also gives you happiness and peace. Also removes the tension, also removes that the stress and strain out of you. When Swami Vivekananda was in America, you know, we are now observing 125th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's addresses in the Chicago Parliament of Religions in 1893, 125 years. In fact, this seminar that we are doing on Sunday also is a part of that 125th anniversary. And it will go on for the next September 2019, till 2019, we are going to have a lot of celebrations all over the world, whatever. So when Swami Vivekananda went to America, and he was so much applauded and he was so much accepted that he had to remain there for more than 3 years preaching the message of Vedanta. 1894, when he was there, that time the richest person of the world was John D Rockefeller. He was under stress. All hair had gone. He had become bald. And he was contemplating suicide. At that time, one of his friends suggested, why don't you come to my friend's house? An Indian yogi is there. Get advice from him. Maybe you will be able to get rid of your stress. Rockefeller said, what? I to go to a beggar for getting advice? I will not go. You know, we are all beggars. We live on charity. So he said, I to go to beggar? I will not go. And he did not go. But one fine morning, he suddenly came to the place where Swamiji was staying. He called the bell. The butler opened the door. He went inside. Swamiji was not in his drawing room. So he went to the study room. But as you know, Swamiji had tremendous power of concentration. He was fully absorbed. He did not notice Rockefeller coming. So Rockefeller, he just knocked at the table. Then Swamiji looked up. Rockefeller said, I am Rockefeller. Swamiji said, what do you want? Now, Rockefeller was not prepared for this type of treatment. Rockefeller means the President of America would get up from the seat. Here is the fellow, the beggar, sitting on the chair and asking, what do you want? He became very much annoyed. I don't want anything. Then why have you come? Now he had no answer. He had come without invitation. Then Swami Vivekananda said, my dear Rockefeller, I know why you have come. You come here because you do not have peace of mind. And then he started narrating many incidents from the life of Rockefeller which nobody else knew except Rockefeller. Who has told all these things to you? How do you come to know? Swami just smiled and said, do you think it is necessary somebody should tell me? I can see through your mind as I can see through a glass almirah. Then Rockefeller became very much taken aback. He has come to know all my secrets. Then Swamiji told, my dear Rockefeller, I will give a piece of advice. Remember, you are not the owner of your wealth. You are only a custodian of your wealth. Utilize this money for removing the sufferings of millions of people, immediately you will get peace of mind. There is no other way by which you can get peace of mind. At that time he told, now we are talking about CSR, corporate social responsibility. Now we are talking about trusteeship management. Swamiji told, he was the first to preach about trusteeship management in 1894 to the corporate sector. Now Rockefeller was not prepared to listen to anybody's advice, least of from a beggar. He became very much annoyed. Abruptly he left, as abruptly he had come. After a few days again he came, in a similar fashion. Called the bell, the butler opened the door, went inside. Swamiji was not in his drawing room, so he went inside the study room. Swamiji was fully absorbed. Again he knocked at the table and Swamiji looked up. Then Rockefeller put a piece of paper in which he had made an announcement of a very huge donation for a public cause. When Swamiji read it, Rockefeller said, now you must thank me. Swamiji said, well, it is for you to thank me. Because by following my advice, you will get peace of mind which cannot be purchased in the market by millions of dollars. Then Swamiji said, this is the path to peace of mind. You will get peace of mind. And he got the peace of mind by this huge donation. He went on making donations. And then he started in 1913, Rockefeller Foundation, out of which so many researches had been done. David Borlaug made a drought-resistant wheat by which millions of people were saved from starvation. So many research have been done by that Rockefeller Foundation. But how it came about? Because Rockefeller got the message of serving humanity, message of unselfish service. He got it from Swami Vivekananda, and that's why afterwards, now at present, Bill Gates is doing it. But Bill Gates, how did he get it? You go to the website, Bill Gates says, I got inspiration from David Rockefeller. And David Rockefeller is the youngest son of John D. Rockefeller, and he got his inspiration from Swami Vivekananda. Not only that, even Bill Gates also told that I don't go to bed without reading a few pages from the books of Swami Vivekananda to a newspaper reporter in Calcutta. Whatever it is, I don't know how much true it is, but in the website of Bill Gates you find, he says, I got inspiration from David Rockefeller. Whatever it is, unselfishness gives you a different type of power. Unselfishness gives you success. Whenever you find success not coming, try this law of giving. What can I give? I am myself at bankrupt. From that you give. Just see the miracle that is happening. You cannot give money, okay? You help somebody in other way. But you find out, yourself you find out the magic of law of giving. Start giving something. Something you can give. Can you give a sweet word? One sweet word to somebody? Can you give? Some peace of mind can you give? Start and see the magic of that unselfish action. That gives you success. Then comes C, concentration. Most important. Swami Vivekananda said, if I had to do my education over again, I will not undergo the present system of education. I will first try to learn how to concentrate my mind, how to control my mind. Information I can have own will afterwards. And now he said I can have my information from the library. Now you need not go to the library, go to the Google search, click, and then you get all the information in your desk. So information is not a big deal. Information, in fact, now is a problem of excess of information flowing. But that is not the thing. Most important thing is concentration of mind. So even many people have said that the secret of success in trade, in war, in every management of human affairs is the concentration of mind. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great American thinker, said, the secret of success in trade, in war, in every management of human affairs is the concentration of mind. So that is why Swami Vivekananda was a great advocate of concentration of mind. He wanted more concentration. Even though he had such a great power of concentration, he wanted more. How much he had? Just two examples. Swami Vivekananda was sitting in his room in Belur Math. You know, the whole headquarters of Ramakrishna Math and Mission is Belur Math, by the side of the Ganges near Kolkata. And if you go to Belumad, there is a big temple of Sri Ramakrishna. Just behind that temple, there is a 2-story building. On the first floor, there is a room in which Swami Vivekananda used to stay, and that has been preserved as it is, as it was time of Swami Vivekananda. His table, his chair, his turban, his clothes, his stick, his musical instrument, everything is lying as it is, as if Swamiji Vivekananda is still there. On 4 July 1902, in that very room, Swami Vivekananda entered into deep meditation and left his body. A few days before this happened, in that same room, Swami Vivekananda was studying. He was reading the book. The name of the book is Encyclopedia Britannica. Big volumes, as you know. They were all spread all over. That time his disciple came, Sharachand Chakravarti. He writes in his diary, when I went there, I saw all the books there on the floor. Then I told Swami Vivekananda, Swamiji, it will take whole lifetime to finish reading of these books. Swamiji said, what do you say? I have already finished 10 volumes and now I'm reading the 11th volume. Huh? Within a few days you have read 10 volumes? I don't believe. You don't believe? Okay. From the first 10 volumes you ask any question that you want to ask. And the disciple asked so many questions. And Swamiji replied all the questions and correct replies. Sometimes quoting the very language of the book. Then the disciple was very much astonished. Swamiji, this is a miracle. Swamiji said, this is not miracle. That is the power of concentration of mind. If your concentration of mind, 10 hours study can be in 1 hour. Many students ask me, Swamiji, how is it possible 10 hours study in 1 hour? I say it is possible because at present you are doing 1 hour study in 10 hours. Taking up the book in hand and eyes are in the book and the mind is there. कल वो देखा टीवी में वो हीरो जा रहा था उस रास्ते से विलेन के पीछे, उस रास्ते से जल्दी पकड़ता. अरे तू किस रास्ते जा रहा देख भैया, कितना पेज हो गया, मैं क्या पढ़ रहा था, क्या आ गया. This is what happens. Concentration not there. Nowadays, students, most important problem is lack of concentration. Everybody, everywhere, not only in India, in America more. Their attention span is still less than that of Indian student. Our students have attention span of maximum 45 minutes. Now it is coming to 30 minutes. Their attention span is 20 minutes, is coming to 10 minutes now. They cannot sit itself. They have to be given out, going out of the classroom. They cannot be contained in the classroom after 10 minutes. So this is the condition of American youth. Whatever it is. So at present our mind is so turbulent that we are not able to concentrate. That is why we are not getting success. It is not something that this thing that, so many excuses are given by the students. It is all bogus. All fault, all full of mistakes. No. Main thing is that lack of power of concentration. If you have concentration of mind, if you study, it is not the number of hours that you put in, it is the power of concentration. That is more important while studying. And not only study, in everything, every sphere of life, sports, games, music, everywhere you get success if you have got concentration of mind. Swami Vivekananda, he went to second time. You know, first time he went in 1893, came back in 1897, started Ramakrishna Mission. Again he went to America. Second time, at the invitation of the devotees, and he went to San Francisco in 1899. In San Francisco, there is a beautiful place called Camp Taylor. There Swamiji was going over a wooden bridge. Now, of course, it has become a concrete bridge. That time it was a wooden bridge and Swamiji was passing through. At that time he saw 4 cowboys trying to shoot at the axes that were floating in water. But there was a string of 12 eggshells and that string was floating in water, and these 4 cowboys with the gun, they were trying to shoot at the eggshells, but their shots were going in vain. For some time Swamiji saw, and Swamiji could not help smiling. And now the cowboys, they became very much annoyed. What? You are laughing at us? Is it a small job to do, to shoot at the eggshells that are floating in water? Okay, we give you the challenge. Let us see how do we do it. And they handed over the gun to Swamiji. Now what to do? So Swamiji took up the gun, aimed at the eggshells, 12 eggshells gone in 12 shots. And these cowboys became very much astonished. Swami, how long you are practicing? We are practicing from 5 years. We could not do it. How long you are practicing? Swamiji said, my dear friends, I am holding the gun for the first time. Huh? First time, and you shoot at all the eggshells. That is a miracle. Swamiji said, this is not a miracle. That is the power of concentration of mind. Concentration of mind can bring out miraculous result. You can get success. Sure success if you got concentration of mind. In every sphere of life you get, but how to get concentration of mind? That is a million-dollar question. So concentration, C is directly proportional to P, where C is equal to concentration of mind, P is equal to purity of mind. Then how to get purity of mind? P is directly proportional to F, where P is equal to purity of mind, F is equal to food. What is F? Food. Food not only by what we eat, but the food that we take through eyes and through ears. Remember the 3 monkeys of Gandhiji. Don't see evil, बुरा मत देखो, बुरा मत सुनो, बुरा मत बोलो. Remember the 3 monkeys of Gandhiji, and also remember the 3 monkeys of Switzerland. What are the 3 monkeys of Switzerland? 3 monkeys of Gandhiji, all of you know. Bura mat dekho, bura mat suno, bura mat bolo. One of our Swamijis went to Switzerland for preaching Vedanta. By the side of a beautiful lake, he found an image of 3 monkeys, but very strange. So far he had seen the image of 3 monkeys. One monkey having 2 eyes closed, second monkey 2 ears closed, third monkey mouth closed. Here he saw an image of 3 monkeys, one monkey having 1 eye closed, 1 open. Second monkey 1 ear closed, 1 open. And third monkey half mouth, half open. He was very much bewildered. What is this? Now those 3 monkeys we know. What do they want to say? Don't look at evil, don't listen to evil, don't speak evil. But what these 3 monkeys of Switzerland trying to say? He meditated for a long time. Suddenly he got the meaning when he remembered a shloka from the Vedas. What was the shloka? Bhadram karnebhi shunuyama devaha bhadram pashe makshabhi jatra sthirairangai stustuvagam sastanuvihi vyashema devahi tayyadayuhu swastina indro vriddashava swastina pusha vishwaveda swastina staksho arishtanimi swastino brihaspati dadhatu. Bhadram karnebhi shunuyama deva. Listen to auspicious things. 1 ear slow, don't listen to bad things. But 1 ear is open, but listen to good things. Bhadram pashe makshabhi jatra. Don't see evil things, but 1 eye is open, see good things. Don't watch bad programs on TV, but watch good programs. I tell the students, don't read bad books, particularly at night. Don't go for horror and other types of books which will make you mad. Go read books of positive thoughts, self-help books, positive thoughts books, books of Swami Vivekananda or other self-development books, which gives you the power at night, particularly gliding into sleep. Read good books. Don't speak evil of others. Half mouth is closed, but half mouth is open. But have a word of appreciation for others. So if we take good things from our senses, impure things we take, impure things we don't take. So both have to remember. Don't take impure things, but take good things. If we take good food through our senses, don't take bad food from eyes, from ears, from mouth. What happens? Our mind becomes pure. Mind becomes pure, we get concentration of mind. So that is one small formula. Second thing is that if we really want to have concentration of mind, we have to have some sort of disciplining the mind. This disciplining the mind, how it can come? Very difficult. But disciplining the mind can start. The easiest way is to discipline our life. So, now disciplining our life, our mind does not want disciplining. You see, it has become monotonous. Whenever I want to get up, I will get up. Whenever I want to go to bed, I will go to bed. Whenever I want to chat, I will chat. Whenever I want to eat, that is the time I will eat. And so, mind also says, whenever I want to have concentration, I will have concentration. Whenever I don't want to have concentration, I will not have concentration. It does not cooperate with you. So we will have to have some sort of control, some sort of routine life. Have a time for everything. Try to discipline your life. Try to as much as possible. Not completely like a military. I am not telling about that. Let there be some sort of freedom, but let there be some sort of self-discipline. So this self-discipline will make your life disciplined. The more the life is disciplined, particularly students, I tell that more life discipline means the control of mind. More the control of mind, better is the concentration of mind. More is the concentration of mind, immediately you get success, success, success. And now for purity, pure food, have meditation. Why Swami Vivekananda had tremendous power of concentration? How did he get it? Because from childhood he used to get meditate. And what was his favorite play? Meditation was his favorite play. Small children meditating. And he was so much absorbed in meditation, once a cobra came and all the children left and they started screaming. but he was fully absorbed in meditation. The cobra came near, left, and the family members very much aghast. But this is what happened. Right from the childhood, he was addicted to meditation. Nowadays, youngsters are addicted to drugs. But Swami Vivekananda was addicted to meditation. Anytime he sits, he is meditation. In America, he is sitting in a tram, he goes into meditation. And then the conductor says, this is last station where, oh, I wanted to go there, now again go there. He used to be deep into meditation. And in meditation only, he left his body. Deep meditation, he left his body. So, the last word that he spoke was, go and meditate till I call on you. That was the last word he used, meditation. Because of meditation, that power of meditation, he got that much power, tremendous power of concentration of mind. So, I have got something about concentration I have told. Now, next is confidence, equally very important. Tremendous. Self-confidence will only give you success. There are many people who are very highly qualified. By the time of interview, they fail. One reason, confidence, lack of confidence. So confidence is very important, particularly when you go for an interview or when we go for a challenging task. Whatever is lacking, only confidence. By confidence, you can conquer the world. How this confidence will come? Self-confidence will come when you believe that you have got infinite power within you. And that is Vedanta. Inside each and every human being, there is infinite power. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atmana prakashate drishyate tvagraya buddhya shukshmaya shukshmadarshi. Says the Upanishad. Inside every human being, there is a center of consciousness. And Swami Vivekananda, why he was so popular? Because the Americans were suffering at that time. They were suffering from lack of confidence. They were thinking themselves as sinners. They were thinking themselves as weak and dejected. At that time, Swami Vivekananda gave the message of the Vedanta. He told the shloka from the Shveta Upanishad. Shveta Upanishad says, Shrunvantu vishve amritasya putraha aye dhamani divyani tastu vedahametam purusham mahantam aditya varnam tamasa parastat tameva viditvati mrityameti nanya pantha vidite naya. I have found the ancient one who is beyond all miseries. By knowing him alone you shall be free from all miseries. Shrunvantu vishve amritasya putraha. So listen to that. O ye the children of immortal bliss. And then Swami Vivekananda says, let me call you brothers and sisters by the sweet name. What is that? Amritasya Putra. Ye the children of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings, ye divinities are not sinners. It is a sin to call a man so. It is a standing libel on human nature. Come up, O lions, and shake up the delusion that you are sheep. Your souls immortal, spirits free, blessed and eternal. You are not matter. You are not bodies, matter is a servant, not ye the servant of matter. So this is the message that he gave, that you are divine. Inside you is the tremendous power of that infinite power is there inside you. You are divine. You are not a sinner. Vedanta does not recognize sin, it recognizes error. And the greatest error you are making when you call yourself a sinner, when you call yourself weak, when you call yourself dejected. No, you are divine, you are divine. Always he gave the message of divinity. You are divine, you are divine. Once an American lady said, Swami, you are trying to hypnotize us. Always telling, you are divine, you are divine, you are divine. Swamiji immediately replied, Madam, I am not trying to hypnotize you. I am trying to de-hypnotize you. Always telling, I am a sinner, you have been hypnotized. Now I am telling you to de-hypnotize. No, you are not sinner. You are divine, that is the first truth. You are divine, that is the second truth. You are divine, that is the last truth. There is no truth greater than that. You are divine. Irrespective of whatever you are, whatever position you are, whatever condition you are, whatever problems that you are facing today, this is the first truth, that is the second truth, that is the last truth, that you are divine inside you. Outwardly your body may be reformed, outwardly your brain may be reformed, outwardly maybe you have got cancer, this, that, so many things. Inside that, the Atman, the infinite soul has got that, with that infinite power is within you. It's only to manifest that infinite power. And that can come. How to manifest that infinite power? So that we get confidence. Swami Vivekananda gives a beautiful one paragraph. He gives the gist of Vedanta in his book on Raj Yoga. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal. Do this either by word or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, dogmas, ritual worships, temples, churches, mosques are but secondary details. These are the four methods: Raj Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. Bhakti Yoga, the religion of love. Jnana Yoga, the religion of inquiry. And Karma Yoga, the path of unselfish service. Four methods, converting work into worship. These are the four methods by which you can manifest the divinity within. Once you manifest the divinity within, get infinite power, infinite joy, infinite bliss, but that takes a long time. In the process, but what happens? In the process, whenever you are trying to do something, every day you get happiness, every day you get some bliss, every day you get some knowledge. And then at the end, you get infinite knowledge and bliss. So how to get happiness and peace in everyday life? By practicing 4 yogas. Yoga means not only yogasana. Yesterday, that was International Yoga Day, I gave a special message. I was live on Facebook. I told, International Yoga Day, I am very happy that the whole world is now adopting yoga. But what Swami Vivekananda gave was not this yogasana. What he gave was 4 yogas: Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. We should not forget that. Yoga is not only yogasana or lowering the blood pressure and bypassing the bypass surgery. Yoga is union with of the individual self with the Supreme Self. It's getting infinite knowledge, infinite bliss. Yoga is a great thing. So, and this practice of Raj Yoga will lead you to infinite joy, infinite happiness, infinite bliss. But in the process, everyday life also, you will get happiness and peace. So these 4 yogas will give you that. More and more you practice these 4 yogas, the more and more that inner power is awakened, and more you get self-confidence. So this self-confidence is a permanent self-confidence, not the indoctrinated, injected confidence that stays for 1 hour and goes out of world. Then there is a puncture. No. There are many outward, artificial means of confidence. No. This comes from within. There is no such thing that it will go away. No, it is coming from within. So that self-confidence is very important. Then E is EQ, emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. As you know, Daniel Goleman made a research in 1991 and said EQ is more important than IQ. What is emotional intelligence? Somebody is some executive, very, very, highly qualified, a gold medalist. He got everything very highly qualified. He has got tremendous knowledge. But as an executive, he has failed. Because why? Why he has failed? He has got whole knowledge. He has got the technique. He's a gold medalist, everything. Only one reason, only one thing. When he gets angry, he throws paperweights at his subordinates. And so nobody wants to work under him. He has not got emotional control. He can't control his anger. And that is why as an executive he has failed. So EQ is more important than IQ. Next is S, that is SQ. Spiritual quotient. Daniel Goleman made a research about EQ, and now the latest discovery of modern science is SQ. Dana Zohar, she is a professor in Oxford University. The name of the book is SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence, where she says neurologically, physiologically, biologically, psychologically, from every point of view there is a concluding evidence, there is something called SQ, which is the basis of both IQ and EQ. What is IQ? Intelligence quotient. IQ will tell you how to play the game of life. What is EQ? EQ will tell you how to play the game of life under changed circumstances with changed strategies. And what is SQ? SQ will tell you whether to play the game of life at all or not. That is your choice. What is the purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? Why were we born this life? What do we want to achieve before we die? Because die we have to die, whether you like it or not. One day we have to die. And how do we die? With smile in our lips or with tears? That depends upon us. How do we want to die? How do we want to depart from this life, from this earth? Depends upon us. So, this SQ will tell you what is the purpose of life, what is the meaning of life, why we are here on this earth, and what do we want to achieve. So this SQ is very important. Dana Zohar gives an example by the side of a Mexican coast. There was a management consultant from Harvard. It was afternoon, and just a little distance away, a fisherman was sleeping in his boat. It was afternoon. So the management considered, hey, what are you doing? Why are you not fishing? Then he said, yes, sir, you know what happened in the morning? I got a very big catch, and so I sold it, and I got good money, and it's good enough for my today's earnings, and my quota is over, so I am enjoying. What? Is there any quota system here? You should go more fishing, you will get more money. Oh, what to do with more money? Why? You should deposit. Deposit? He never heard the word deposit. Yes, open a bank account and deposit. Jandan Yodna. Deposit. Open an account and deposit. Then, when you got more deposit, you purchase another boat, then you get more fish and more money. What to do with that money? Again deposit. Again you get more money. Then you will become CEO of a multinational company. Then you move headquarters from Mexico to New York, and then go all over the world. Then, naturally when you go all over the world, so blood pressure will increase. There will be bypass surgery. When the doctor says no more, then you retire. Come to me. I am an investment expert from Harvard. I will tell you whether to invest. And when you invest like this, every month you will get fixed income and you will be able to sleep nicely. I was sleeping nicely, it is you woke me up. For sleeping nicely, such a roundabout process. Dana Zohar says, this fisherman has got low IQ, he doesn't know how to make money. This Harvard professor, he knows how to make money, he's got high IQ. But this fisherman has got high SQ, he knows the purpose of life is to have happiness and peace. But this professor doesn't have SQ, he doesn't know the purpose of life is to enjoy life, is to have happiness and peace and contentment and fulfillment. He doesn't know. So this is SQ, which is different from IQ and EQ. And SQ gives the fulfillment. So SQ will give you true success, will tell you what is true success, and will give you true success. You don't have to repent afterwards. So if you want real success, then you must have IQ, EQ, SQ, all the three. Otherwise, like Steve Jobs, weeping at the deathbed is of no use. So many people repenting because any amount of money cannot go with you. Any number of cars cannot go with the latest model car, latest model goggles, latest model dress. Nothing you can take. Even this body will not go. It will be converted into ash. Just a little bit of ash. That is what existence is after a few years. It may be the next moment, maybe after 100 years. Maximum. So, this is SQ. And then last is S. Another S. Self-renewal. Seven habits of highly effective people, Stephen Covey. The seventh habit is very important. What is that? Sharpening the saw. A woodcutter was cutting the wood, and the axe had gone already, that edge was not there, and he was tired. So some gentleman said, why don't you sharpen the saw and take some rest and start cutting the wood again? And he gave the reply what we normally give. What is the reply he gave? What you told is very true, but where is the time? We don't have time. So many trees have to be cut. I don't have the time to sharpen the saw. I don't have the time to take rest. You fool, if you take rest, if you sharpen the saw, you will be able to cut more trees in a short time. But that common sense is not there. Similarly, we don't have common sense when we are told to read the books. Where is the time? My God, if you read the books, you will get concentration. You will be able to finish 10-hour job in 1 hour. And you will get more time. If you really have shortage of time, it is all the more necessary that you should develop concentration. If you are really short of time, all the more necessary that you sharpen the saw, sharpen your mind, sharpen your brain. How? Every day you must pump in some new things, fresh things. I know some teachers who are going to the school and then they are saying, nowadays students don't give respect. I said, don't demand respect, command respect. I know some teachers who command respect because they are keeping in track with the latest knowledge. You are going with your note which is 20 years back, already worn out pages. And that students have come after seeing National Geographic. He has got the latest knowledge and you are going to give the knowledge 20 years back. Naturally, they are not going to give respect. So, who say wherever we are, you are teachers, you are executives, you must read the books on management. Nowadays, so many new theories are coming. Whatever field you are, try to sharpen your saw. New, fresh knowledge we must have. And apart from that, another sharpening the saw is our spiritual sharpening. That is, we must read also some books on our subject, on subject matter, and some books we must read every day, motivational books. It may be Bhagavad Gita, it may be Quran, it may be Bhagavad, it may be Ramayana, it may be Mahabharata, it may be books of Swami Vivekananda, it may be any book on self-development. That gives you power, that gives you the real direction, that gives you the awakening of power within. Read such books, particularly going tonight. Sharpen the saw. So if we can have this one, we surely have, if we remember SUCCESS, try to take care of this spelling of success, you get the success. But sometimes there is failures, and then don't become dejected. Again, don't go to astrologer, अरे भाई ये क्या 7.5 लग गया है शनि का, क्या है जरा देखो तो भैया. Fool. No 7.5. Swami Vivekananda says, failures, they are the beauty of life. What would be life without that? Failures are the stepping stones to success. And all the successes are made up, anywhere, are made up of only failures. Failures are the stepping stones to success. And Swami Vivekananda says, where would be the poetry of life without failures? Failures, failures. So he says, don't give up. Hold the ideal 1,000 times. And if you fail 1,000 times, make the attempt once more. If you fail 1,000 times, make the attempt once more. So you have to depend on yourself. Try again, and you will succeed. Don't bother about failures. And then 2 or 3 nuggets that Swami Vivekananda says. Take up one idea. Saturate your whole mind with that idea. Day and night think of it. And then translate that idea into action. Success will follow, surely. But you have to take up one idea and concentrate on that idea and work on that idea, implement that idea, and surely you will succeed. Then he says, for success you must have tremendous will and tremendous perseverance. I will drink the ocean, says the persevering soul. At my will, the mountains will crumble up into dust. Have that sort of energy, that sort of will. Work hard, and you will reach the goal. Purity, passions, and perseverance. Purity, passions, and perseverance are the 3 essentials to success, and above all, love. Purity, passions, and perseverance are the 3 essentials to success, and above all, love. And the last, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Thank you very much. Unselfishness more paying in the long run. Not even short term also.